talk to me a little bit more about from the barbershop to the browser.
Yes.
And what that idea is.
Yes. So from the barbershop to the browser is really a philosophy of translating old school community outreach to a modern digital housing industry. It focuses on community institutions of trust where people are already going in real life. So it really is kind of a two-layer system with one promise at the root. First, we embed ourselves in those community institutions of trust, and we listen, which is the important part. We're listening first. And then we take what we learn and we create like short, plain language education sources, talking about topics, everything from abroad, rules of engagement for buying your first house, to how to know about your credit or down payment assistance, even how to shop for a mortgage loan. Part two is that we then translate that into digital content that educates, not sells. So that is from the barbershop to the browser.
So let's dig a little bit more into that community building aspect and how you manage to have that message and momentum without feeling salesy.
Without feeling salesy. That it's such a good question because it's so relevant. Every company has to pay attention to this, right? Don't be too salesy, don't become spam. So we focus really on two philosophies. One, personalization, and two, answers over ads. So after every community event that we do, we follow that up with digital content that addresses questions and concerns that we heard directly from the community, because we feel like the larger digital audience really has some of the very same concerns that we hear in the community. And we want those communities to understand that we hear them and that we actually are there for the long haul.
Now, this sounds absolutely fantastic for the community, but I'm going to put you on the spot here and talk to me a little bit how this translates to your actual team at Southern Bancorp.
Oh, yes.
And how do you get a loan officer, a loan processor, or a leader to care about this model?
That is definitely an on-the-spot question. Thank you so much, Allison. But I'll tell you, I think the buy-in comes because it works. So I believe that every member of your wolf pack, we call ourselves the wolf pack, every member of the pack should care about customer acquisition. And the benefit, for example, for a loan officer or a lender is that they get warm introductions and they have pipelines that are built from trusted partners. For processors, for example, they get cleaner submission files and borrowers who actually know the rules of engagement, the process that they're going to go through. And for leaders, it's probably the best result. It's so much less firefighting and a lot more time for coaching and development, which translates into growth.
So it sounds like you're really putting your team in the best position to have productive conversations while also serving your borrower. That's not an intersection that happens often.